Coming up on State of Events, find out the opinions of a group of students on campus on the upcoming primary elections.
And one of our team members shares her experience on crossing the Mexican border. State of Events starts now.
Hello and welcome to State of Events. I'm Madison McKay.
And I'm Bronte Sorotsky.
Welcome to our first live show of State of Events here in Studio 1.
We are ecstatic to bring you a semester filled with original stories.
And we can't wait to kick off our first show of the semester.
Let's get down to our top story. We begin our top story today. The suspect in a hit and run that killed a 12-year-old in Castro Valley surrendered to authorities this morning. Authorities say the man walked into a California Highway Patrol office just after 8 a.m. to surrender. The deadly collision was reported around 4 p.m. Monday in the area of Crow Canyon and Manta Road, just off the I-580. Authorities identified the victim as 12-year-old Lana Carlos. Carlos was walking with her sister in a crosswalk when they were hit. The man struck the girl and fled the scene. The CHP will hold a news conference to give an update this morning. Also, McClemens High School in Oakland will remain closed all week and possibly next week. School officials are trying to determine whether the school is safe from a toxic chemical that was discovered on school grounds. The school has been closed since last Thursday when a known cancer-causing chemical was found in the groundwater under the school. The concern is that the vapors from the chemical may be in the school's air and ventilation system. Preliminary tests done on Saturday show that the air appears safe, but Oakland school officials are keeping the campus closed until they receive final lab results later this week. The school will be conducting a second round of safety testing on Wednesday, as the exact source of the contamination has not yet been identified.
2 hikers in their 70s who went missing on Valentine's Day were rescued last Saturday. The 2 were seen at an Airbnb in Inverness, where they were on vacation. The owner of the Airbnb called police when the couple did not check out on Saturday. Their car, cell phones, and wallets were found in the Airbnb. The pair was found alive, but suffering from hypothermia in an area north of San Francisco. The Marin County Sheriff's Office says the couple went for a hike from the Airbnb but got lost. Authorities say the couple stayed alive by drinking water from puddles. Their family is ecstatic to have them back.
Frontrunner Bernie Sanders is under fire from a top pro-Israel lobbying group in the U.S. This is following Sanders' announcement that he would not be attending the annual conference of the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Sanders claims the group provides a platform for leaders who express bigotry and oppose basic Palestinian rights. AIPAC shot back at Sanders, saying that he never attended anyway. The heated exchange highlights the Vermont senator's willingness to criticize Israel's government more than any other leading presidential candidate.
Here with us now we have Sandy Luke, who went around campus asking the Latino students their opinions on the primary elections. Sandy, what did you find?
Primary elections are coming up next week, March 3rd. So what does the Latino community at San Francisco State University think? Who are they voting for? Let's take a look.
There are 32.7% of Hispanic students at San Francisco State University. That's the highest percentage in the entire institution. The Latino vote has become very important during the elections. According to the Washington Post, Hispanics are projected to account for more than 13% of eligible voters in 2020.
I'm going to be voting for Bernie Sanders. Just as a Latino, I wanted to say I think Bernie Sanders is our best hope for not just Latinos, but everybody in this country and people wanting to come to this country. So that's what I think about the next election, Bernie Sanders. Yep.
According to the Washington Post, the Latino vote has increased over the years. Hispanic voters made up 11% of the electorate in 2018.
I think these new elections, everybody should go out and vote, not only Latinos, but the whole community. But we should get more of our Latino gang out here to vote more,
The Latino vote has increased over the past years. According to Univision's analysis, the number of Hispanic registered voters grew nearly 4 times more than non-Hispanics.
That's all I have for today. Make sure to go out and vote. Whether you're Hispanic or not, your vote counts. This is Sandy Look for State of Events.
State of Events took a trip down to Tijuana, Mexico to document what the journey is like for families crossing the border. Our reporter Jennifer Rios shares what you need to know if you've got plans to head down south. She filed this report from one of the busiest ports, San Ysidro.
The well-known U.S.-Mexico border is no stranger to heavy traffic, especially considering this is the main entry of the one of two borders that lead you directly into San Diego, California. According to the Bureau of Transportation, the San Diego port of entry is one of the busiest land crossings in the world. I took a look for myself with my family to see how the average trip to the border is for those who do this on a daily basis to travel to and from work every day. Residents stress to cross this border each day, but depending what documentation one has will determine how long you will spend in line. For some, the wait can be as short as 15 minutes, and for many, the wait can last hours long. Before you merge onto the busy traffic that is driving to the border, you will be split between all traffic, ready lane, and sentry. I took the route of the ready lane, the only lane that is accessible automatically that comes with the purchase of a U.S. passport card. Local residents of Tijuana, Mexico say the average wait for this lane is about 2 hours long. For those waiting in line, you can expect to be entertained, whether it be buying some local foods, such as chips, famous Mexican dishes sold in mini carts, and even some delicious churros that are made right in front of you. Although it seems all fun, drivers say that busy times can be stressful for those sitting in your car for long periods of time. As I made my way through, this was quite the lucky weekend to travel as the cars were moving rather quickly for us at this time around. I asked frequent drivers if the quick wait was rare for the San Ysidro border lines to be moving rather quickly.
Today it's pretty lucky that it's not that long and the lines are going pretty fast.
U.S. Border Customs and Border Protection asks that one should have all proper documentation ready to go for the security checkpoint, so you can be on your way to wherever that may be as you are welcomed back into the United States. Reporting from Tijuana, Mexico, I'm Jennifer Rios, State of Events.
Coming up on State of Events, find out how the coronavirus is affecting travelers globally, and then
on campus, students took part in a simple way to save lives.
We come to the Y because it offers the tools for my child to grow, both physically and mentally. He grows alongside a community to prepare for the future.
But he's not the only one.
Come grow with the Y.
Welcome back to State of Events, and now for some national and global news. A verdict has been reached in the Harvey Weinstein rape trial. The disgraced former Hollywood producer was found guilty on 2 counts on criminal sexual act assault and rape in the 3rd degree. He's been found not guilty on 2 of his most serious charges, predatory sexual assault and rape in the 1st degree. The judge remanded Weinstein into custody without bail. The outcome of this trial is seen as a landmark in the Me Too movement, which got its mainstream awareness after allegations were first reported against the former producer.
Within the last few weeks, the coronavirus death toll has been raised to 2,663. However, the consumer ecosystem is also being impacted by the virus. Passengers all over the U.S. have been grounded for weeks. Although not directly infected by the virus itself, passengers, airlines, and global businesses alike are paying the price economically. This domino effect from falling stocks to passengers fearing to fly and empty airports is resulting in a global disruption. The International Air Transport Association says the outbreak could reduce global airline revenue by $29 billion this year. A New Jersey teen, Madison Delaney, was left traumatized after using the bathroom at a Barnes & Noble bookstore. She noticed there was a camera peeking out from underneath the stall. In her moment of fear, she instantly texted her mom, who was waiting for her outside. Madison's mom then told employees about the camera, who, upon entering the bathroom, found a man standing in the stall next to Madison's, holding a GoPro camera.
The University of Southern California says, as of last Thursday, families with an annual income of $80,000 or less are able to attend the university tuition-free. Additionally, owning a home will no longer be taken into account when determining students' financial need. This change is not without limitations, as transfer students will not be eligible for the waived tuition. These changes are set to start as early as this fall. In America, it's hard enough to find a stem cell donor. For people of color, it's nearly impossible. A patient's ethnic background is important in predicting the likelihood of finding a match. Some ethnic groups have more complex tissue types than others. So, a person's best chance of finding a donor may be with someone of the same ethnic background. The problem is, there's a disparity among ethnicities' likelihood of finding a match. People with white ethnic backgrounds have a 77% chance of finding a match. For people with African American ethnic backgrounds, that number drops to 23%. That's why Be the Match hosts stem cell donor registration drives on college campuses.
I think college campus brings more diversity, especially one like SF State, where it's a very diverse campus.
I want like a more diverse group to pick from, just in case there is a person who isn't white who needs something like that. Yeah, so I'm half Hispanic, half white, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll totally donate.
In my sorority, we personally do have a sister that has something involved with the bone marrow in her family. So then it's kind of big, and we just kind of were like, you know what, let's do it. It means something to someone.
Prospective donors simply register online, swab each cheek, and eventually find their match. Registering for the drive is quick and painless. A few seconds of your life can give someone a second chance at theirs. In San Francisco, I'm Bronte Sorotsky for State of Events.
It's official. The San Francisco Bay Area has not seen rain in nearly 25 days. Drew Patterson, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service Bay Area, says the last time there was absolutely no rain in February was in 1864. Should Bay Area residents be worried about this ongoing dry spell? Eddie Wehan has our Bay Area forecast.
Good morning, everyone. It looks like Carl the Fog just walks the runway and sweeps the bay as he pleases. As you take a look from the weather overnight, we had clear skies. The sun came out this morning to slay, so there are no excuses to stay indoors and not enjoy a beautiful day in the sun. Here's the map brought to you by the National Weather Service. As you can see, we did have clear skies, and now throughout the week, we are going to have about high 60s, mid 50s, and it's going to be a pretty nice week to just enjoy the weather. So go out to Dolores and have some fun. Throughout the week, we are still going to see those high 60s, so it's not going to be that cold, with wind speeds ranging about 10 to 15 miles per hour for next week as we do see the rain. I'm Eduardo Wijon. That's your quick minute weather update, State of Events.
And the sunny weather comes just in time for Fat Tuesday. We go live to Juan Lopez, who is standing in the Mission reporting on Mardi Gras festivities. Juan, where is the place to be today?
Yes, Bronte, Mardi Gras celebrations are happening all across the Mission District, but the place to be today is 22nd and Mission, as it is the heart of the celebrations that are happening today. The list of places that you can go and check out extend to more than 20 venues, so there's something for everyone to do out here. If you're bringing the family and the kids, you should check out Dance Mission Theater and Abada Capoeira, which they're going to be performing samba drummers. If you're here with friends and want to start off your night with a few cocktails, behind me stands one of the many bars that are participating in tonight's celebrations, Laszlo's. And after that, if you want to check out and dance a little salsa, around the corner stands Makeout Room and Latin American Club. A percentage of the profits made tonight are going to the nonprofit Carna Carnaval in San Francisco. So please make sure to come out and support. The best news is that the mission is going to be accessible through public transportation and driving, since there will be no closing of streets today. But if you're drinking, make sure you have a designated driver or a way to get back home where you don't have to drive, so that you stay safe. Lastly, make sure to come out with the beads, mask, and costumes, as there will be a lot of fun tonight. From San Francisco, Juan Lopez, State of Events.
Coming up on State of Events, a touching memorial held for Kobe Bryant, and
find out some fun things happening around the Bay this weekend.
When it's time to choose healthcare for your teen, you want the best. When it's time for your teen's questions to be answered, you want a professional you can trust. At Valencia Health Services, your time is well spent. We provide professional, quality healthcare. Valencia Health Services, dedicating quality time to professional healthcare because your teen's health is our first priority. Valencia Health Services, quality time because we care.
a huge moment of grief swept over Staples Center early yesterday morning as Vanessa Bryant took the stage at the celebration of life for Kobe and Gianna.
Gigi would have most likely become the best player in the WNBA. She would have made a huge difference.
The public memorial service for Kobe and Gianna has fans packing the streets outside Staples Center and sharing their very own unique Kobe tributes. Performances by Alicia Keys and Beyoncé highlight Kobe's legacy, as well as words from Michael Jordan, stating, "When Kobe Bryant died, a piece of me died." Former Giants pitcher and North Carolina native Madison Bumgarner uses a fake name in order to compete in rodeo shows. Also known as Mason Saunders, the now Arizona Diamondbacks pitcher competed in a rodeo show back in December. The show was hosted by Rancho Rio, where they posted this photo to congratulate Mason Saunders on his win. Facebook users and State of Events viewers alike can clearly see this is in fact the pitcher that led the Giants to the World Series back in 2014.
A former U.S. Marine broke the world record for planking this week. Jordan held a plank position for 8 hours, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds. He broke the previous world record, which was held by a man in China, for 8 hours, 1 minute, and 1 second. Hood started planking in 2011 and would train for hours every day. He finished the event by doing 75 push-ups and announcing his retirement from plank record attempts.
Ryan Newman goes airborne during the last lap at the Daytona 500, as his own teammate accidentally causes him to hit the wall, land upside down, and ultimately cause his car to burst into flames. In what only can be described as a miracle, Newman says he suffered a head injury in his crash, but was fortunate enough to avoid any internal organ damage or broken bones.
Our entertainment correspondent, Natasha, has some cool info on things happening this weekend. Natasha, what's going on in the Bay?
Thanks, Bronte. For the first edition of What's Up Bay Area, I'll be giving you the deets about some cool and affordable events happening this weekend in the Bay. If you like boba, museums, and alcohol specials, well then, you're in luck. This weekend, not one, not two, but 3 museums will have free admission for Bay Area residents. Both the Legion of Honor and the DeYoung Museum are offering free general admission for Bay Area residents this Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. All you have to do is bring a valid photo ID or a postmarked envelope bearing your home address. And yes, it's really just that easy. Now, if you're specifically a San Francisco resident, you get an extra perk. The neighborhoods of the Castro, Forest Hill, Glen Park, Noe Valley, Park Merced, Parkside, St. Francis Wood, and the Sunset all get free general admission this weekend to the Cal Academy of Sciences. And all you need to do is prove that you live in one of those neighborhoods and you're all set. And these museums don't often have free admission, so definitely take advantage of this deal while you can. Applebee's is known for their affordable monthly drink specials, and this month it was their very popular $1 vodka strawberry lemonade. Sadly, this deal is coming to an end on Saturday, so you better buzz over to your local Applebee's before this deal runs out. Now, are you a boba addict? Are you always craving boba? Do you ever wish you could just sample flights of boba tea? Well, now those dreams can come true. $20 will get you into a super epic boba crawl this Saturday in Berkeley. From 1:30 to 3:30 p.m., you'll be able to sample 3 different drink flavors from 5 different shops. Those 15 drink samples are an equivalent to 3 regular-sized boba teas. So go outside, enjoy that beautiful Berkeley weather, and sip on some tasty boba tea. And that's all I have for this edition of What's Up Bay Area. Back to you guys at the desk.
To stay updated with all the stories we are working on, be sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts. And visit our website at stateofevents.net. I'm Madison McKay.
And I'm Bronte Starotsky. See you guys next week.